saw in your bright eyes light from the fireflies, the legend of the lake where our secret vows we take. Lake lady on our boat on the sea, just you, Champ, and me. Hi, Richard Rossi here, writer and director of Lucy and the Lake Monster, the story of a little girl played by Emma Pearson trying to find this guy, Champ. Champ is a plesiosaur who legend says lives in Lake Champlain, which borders Vermont, New York. I want to thank you all so much, so much for giving to our film and our book project. The story takes place in Port Henry, New York, and it tells about the home of Champ, the sea serpent. I want to give an encouraging update. We're about 80-90% done with the film. We just have a few things left. The footage of Champ I was a little worried about because we did the green screen in a church, Lake Champlain Bible Church in Port Henry, New York, this town. And thank you, Barbara Morby, for this beautiful handmade cup. But this church in Port Henry let us have our gear there, our cameras when we shot there. Some of our crew slept in the church basement, but the church basement was also our green screen area. I bought a green screen sheet for $14. I'll tell you, when you donate a tax-deductible donation on GoFundMe to help us, we get a lot of bang for the buck. We get more done with less, I can assure you. No other ministry or film project I know of gets as much done. But my assistant director and co-writer Kelly Tabor said, I think, Richard, maybe you should double our special effects budget and buy a second green sheet just so we got it covered. So in the church basement, we put up these green sheets, and then we carried in a boat donated that allowed us to use the boat. A couple, Mark and Alita, they had a boat, and it already said Gramps' Boat on it, which fit the story because I played the grandfather to Lucy, the main character, played by Emma Pearson. And we carried that boat into the church, and some folks in the neighborhood thought, oh, that Rossi's crazy. Does he think God spoke to him like Noah to, he's bringing a boat into the church. Oh, my God, we're carrying this boat. But we carried it into the church basement, and Emma and I sat in the boat against the green screen. And Kelly and I and cast and crew were quite concerned, would this even work? But, wow, our special effects team led by Karash, oh, they did such a job. I can't wait for you to see the footage of Champ in the film. And so we're working on some things. If you haven't read the book yet, it's available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. Here's the hard copy, and here's the paperback. We're about 40% done. About 80% done with the film, but we're about 40% to our fundraising goal to finish and distribute the film, with our goal of having it finish this year and having in-person screenings showing the film this year. I think we're at around 4,300. I wonder if I could check that while I'm talking to you. Yeah, we're at $4,370 of a $10,000 goal. So we're about 43%, almost halfway there. So I want to just tell you that I really appreciate the help, and we really can use those of you who have donated before to chip in again. Donation of $5 or more right now. It's really timely. It's really needed. There's a scripture in Luke about a beggar dying named Lazarus, and someone joked and said, Richard, this could be a verse for you. The beggar died at your obituary, because whenever you have to finish a project, you're out there begging, and I am begging. I am asking with all my heart, not for myself, but for the children of this world. When I grew up, there was beautiful G-rated films out there. Every other week, my babysitter, Mrs. George, or my mother would take me to the North Hills movie theater, and there'd be Herbie the Love Bug and Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs and, all these wonderful children's films, Mary Poppins, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, Pippi Longstocking. And this is a beautiful film. I just showed it to Richard Krause, my long-term collaborator, and he said, oh, this is such a good film. He watched the most recent cut. And it is a beautiful film. and it's going to uplift children and uplift children of all ages, you know, from the little ones to the senior citizens who still have that child inside. So I beg, 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 please chip in again, whatever you can, even if it's the cost of a cup of coffee. And maybe some of you have some money in reserves, you know, that maybe there's someone here that could literally donate. You have thousands of dollars sitting in some account, and it's, you know, give it to something that's going to make a difference. Maybe one of you could give, you know, 5,000-6,000, get us to our goal, and then everything beyond that will get us beyond our goal. Because I am working so hard, and the cast and crew are working so hard. I mean, my work ethic is I work day and night to finish what I start, and I just beg of you to please help. Please help now. Go to the GoFundMe below, or it might be below on some of these links. It might be this video is on the GoFundMe, but please just click and donate again, would you? Share the gospel, share the message, the good news of hope and joy, and bring Lucy and the lake monster to life, okay? I love you all, and thank you again. I'm very eternally grateful.